Aquarius. So I am wondering how y'all are liking this series so far. Why can't I quit you? Oh, is this an answer? I don't know. Well, it's justice in reverse. I hope that's that makes me feel sad. I'm not sure if you like it. But that's okay. Okay, so Aquarians, I'm going to jump right into it, and we're going to look at if you are in a toxic relationship, one of those hamster wheel, merry-go-round, make up to break up, too good to leave, too bad to stay. How come I keep thinking about you even though we're over type relationships? That's what we're looking at. And so let's look at who you are in this relationship. What role do you play? Because we all play a role. I don't think any relationships are... Okay, so I was about to say none are good, none are bad, but that's not true. I mean, some are, obviously, they're very toxic. At the same time, from a higher perspective, which is kind of what I do over here on honeybeeyoutarot, look at, well, why or how did we end up in this relationship, and what is the purpose? We all get the chance to give our lives meaning, and I think that every time that we're in a relationship, we have the chance to grow and learn more about ourselves or more about, life, to grow mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So you can decide how you want to think about the dynamics and things that you end up in. It can be something that you label bad, or it can be labeled as, a lesson. So, okay, Aquarius. You are in this sort of wait and see. It looks on the dark side, on the shadow side. I'm not saying that this is you necessarily, but the shadow side of the Hanged Man is more of a martyr. Okay. The higher perspective is someone who is kind of taking some time to think about this relationship, just like I was talking about. They're trying to figure it out from a higher perspective, trying to gain some insight into what is going on. And so they're more willing to not make a decision either way, but to stay in a space of maybe even what you might call limbo, okay? And so it could be that you've been in limbo for too long and you're unable to move and let this, Okay, you've got the Magician at the bottom of the deck and then the Fool. Yeah, it could be that you are staying stuck too long in this limbo. I don't want to make the decision. I don't want to be the one to decide what happens, when it's really important to recognize your power as the Magician. That you can create anything that you want. It may be that you're handing over your power to your person and expecting them to make the decisions and the choices for you. Yeah, I think you're in a... Yeah, I'm going to stick with that. For right now, the story unfolds as we go along. Okay, so that's you. And how about your person? What is the role that your person plays in this dynamic? Who is your person? What's their energy? What is their role? Okay. Queen of Wands. They absolutely go after what they want. When I see, no, when you see the depiction of a male or a female energy, it's just energy. It doesn't mean that this person has to be a female. It could be a female. You could be a male watching and you are in a relationship with a female. It can also be same sex. Okay, it's just one has more of a masculine kind of energy than the other. And it could just be that it's just about the energies. Like, don't worry about it, which is what I would rather say. Just make it fit for your situation. At the same time, if none of this fits, it's not meant for you. Okay. It's a general reading. So I think, let me see, when she looks this, oh, okay. So it could be that your person broke your heart or continues to break your heart or is looking away, looking towards a past broken heart. But this Queen of Wands, the Queen of Wands knows what she wants, okay? And she doesn't play around. It may be that she or he, this energy, wants you to make a decision. Like, you're more passive and she's more assertive, and it creates problems. Could be a, let's let it unfold, okay? All right, so what are the challenges that are coming up for you, Aquarius? What are the challenges that are coming up for you in this relationship? Challenges that are coming up for Aquarius in this relationship. It could be that this relationship is triggering wounds or issues that you have, and because of the dynamics in the relationship, maybe she's trying to force your hand. You know, it creates problems for you, discomfort for you. I can see I'm like turning red. Ooh, I'm having a hot flash, guys. Dear God. And so those are just things that, you know, are already within you, but it can also be things that are coming out and getting triggered because of, or being created because of the dynamics in the relationship. So we're just looking at what are the challenges that Aquarius is facing. Wow. You feel under pressure? I do. This energy. Ay. All right, these are a lot of cards. I don't really know if I should take all of these cards, to be honest. But I'm just going to, since I sat here and stared at them while you watched me staring and not doing any talking. Okay, so the Seven of Swords. If you've watched any of my videos before, sevens always represent potential for me. Almost a fork in the road, kind of. The Hermit card. Another card of Virgo, where we had the Magician earlier. The Sun. Okay. So 2 major arcana cards in a row. The 5 of Cups. 5 is the number of change, and with change often comes, conflict. And 2 of Wands. Okay. This 2 here, it looks like a doorway to me. Okay. I'm going to turn and then at the bottom of the, oh man, and then you've got the 2 of Swords here underneath the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, the wheel is always turning. We've got a 10 here. So an ending as well as a beginning. So let me turn this down. Oops. And you can understand it upside down from your perspective. Okay. So the challenges that are coming up for you. Here's what I think. Something did end. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune (19 and 10). So then here's another 10 here in the center. I think the challenge for you in a nutshell is that something ended. Maybe you ended it. Maybe you drew a boundary or weren't able to draw a boundary and you kind of ran away a little bit at a time, or weren't being real authentic with this person, being unable to kind of make a choice with this person. And I think just in general, it's important, or what you've needed to do is really go within, be with yourself in order to accept yourself, in order to gain some perspective and wisdom, so that you can move forward into a more light, joyful space. But I think you're having a hard time. I think you're having a hard time dealing with the loss, dealing with it didn't work out, the disappointment. The 3 cups The 3 cups have spilled. You're having a hard time crossing that bridge and getting over to recognize that, hey, there's 2 cups here. Or turning around, grabbing your 2 cups and crossing the bridge, right, to other opportunities. To think about, you know, what do you really want? Maybe you've been a little too sort of passive and wishy-washy about this. And you can't quite let it die, maybe, because you were so passive. Maybe you felt like you didn't really have a say, and you're not sure if maybe you had done more, said more, if this would have ended, or, you know, I don't know, but it looks to me like it did end, and you're having a hard time accepting that and moving forward. You could, right? That's your challenge, but we're going to see more about that in a second. Okay, and so what's coming up for your person? Well, there we go. Okay. They've reached a level of independence. 2 9s, we've got 9 of coin at the bottom of the deck. She's very independent, at peace, and secure and confident in her ability to create what she wants because she knows that she's already done it, right? Now this guy right here is the 9 of Wands, kind of the wounded warrior. And since this is in her or this person's challenge position, it can be that they are really aware of their battle scars, whether from you or over time in multiple relationships. They're thinking or looking back and thinking whether or not they would want to continue, or they're thinking back and deciding they don't. I think they're looking back towards you and feeling very independent right now. Wondering also what they want to do with their new freedom, where they want to go, where they want to plant their seed. Who they want to give their cup to. But they may be having fond memories, you know, that keeps them looking back this way. It could be that the two of you are just kind of wondering, well, what if? What if I'd done this? Or what if they had done that? Or what if she had done that? Or what if he had done that? You know, the one that got away kind of thing. Were they the one that got away? I'm not sure. You know, the Queen of Wands is assertive. She's passionate. She's confident. And I don't know, she's looking in this direction, and I feel like it may be that she just didn't feel real connected because maybe you had a hard time making a decision. You know, are we together forever or not? What are we doing here? Right? Something like that. So you decide to part ways, and maybe you didn't really want to. Maybe it's an approach avoidant relationship where when you get too close, get scared. And it's not that you don't love the person or care about the person, but you feel overwhelmed. As an example, okay, of a possibility. All right. Oh, no. That was a gunk. So what was the purpose of this relationship? What is the purpose? Maybe you all are still together, but you're not sure where you... I don't know. I'm just kind of getting the feeling you're not together, honestly. Did you cheat? Are you not telling yourself the truth about something? Maybe just about who, it could be about who you are. They're a little wary of you. What is the purpose of this relationship? What was the purpose of this relationship? What's the purpose of this relationship? This is a general reading, okay? It's for Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in Aquarius. If you're watching and your sun is in Aquarius and it's not fitting, look at your Moon, Rising, or Venus signs. Find those videos that relate to those placements, and you can obtain a free chart, natal chart, from astro.com, A-S-T-R-O. Okay, see what those placements are. Yeah. I think this is about having these, okay. So we've got Ace of Cups, Cup of Compassion, self-love, healing. You know, when your own cup runneth over, then you're ready to share that with others. Strength. Another card of Leo. Were you in a relationship with a Leo? Aquarius? And then the Death card. Okay. Something transforming, something that needs to be let go, to pass away, to transform. Did I say that already? It's card of Scorpio energy. So the purpose of this relationship, we've got, oh yeah, we've got Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So working in collaboration with others. And then the World after that. Okay. So I think, again, there's multiple things here. The purpose might be to become a work on being more courageous, getting a grip on fears, or more instinctual, impulsive, kind of base behaviors or impulses, okay, in order to heal and to let like old patterns die or transmute in order really to level up. Maybe learning to really collaborate with another person, to go ahead and speak your mind, to risk speaking up and making a choice and saying, this is who I am, or this is what I want, you know, to learn to do this back and forth thing, to ask for help, to to collaborate. Even to kind of, you know, fight things out. It's okay. Those things are okay to do. Not one person doesn't always have to be right and doesn't always have to have their say. Doesn't always have to be their way and their say. And the other person's real passive, doesn't say anything, and then becomes passive aggressive, right? Makes promises that they don't keep. And then pretty soon there's no trust. Because you're telling me one thing and then you do another. Yeah, but I'm afraid to tell you because you're gonna get pissed off. And so maybe that's part of why you came together, was to learn to have compassion for yourselves and for each other, and to work also on your own, on strengthening your own sense of self, if you will. The card that comes after the Hanged Man, when he's sitting around like making a decision, making a, you know, he's kind of, he's supposed to end something, gain enlightenment, so that a belief system, a perspective, a way of being is recognized maybe as not as what do I want to call it, as healthy or valuable as they once thought. Some people think, you know, you just have to be nice. You just have to be, you know, don't fight. Don't, oh dear God, you know, the sky is falling if you fight. No. Abuse is not okay, but fighting is, if it's done with intention to solve a problem, to hear each other's perspective, to wrestle through an issue, it's normal and important to be able to do that, and to do it fair, in a fair way, in an authentic way. Well, but this is what I think, or this is how I feel when you do X, Y, Z. Okay, so this card is, what do you need to learn in order to grow through this relationships? This relationship. 6 of Wands. This guy right here just came through the 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands is about conflict, just exactly what we were talking about. But it's not mean, it's not mean-spirited. It's just a back and forth, like, well, this is what I think, and this is what I want, and this is, you know, it can be internal, it can be external. But he's come through that ability to kind of fight whatever the elements are, and it depends on, you know, what the reading is. But I think for you, it, because of what I just said, is learning to so the bottom of the deck, King of Pentacles, is learning to be a leader in order, or learning to be confident in your ability to create what it is that you want. And you can speak up, you can fight for yourself, you can follow your path and still be in a relationship. And if that person isn't willing to accept you authentically as you are, agree to disagree sometimes, to work things out, so there's no, you know, one way, then that's okay. You tried, you worked it out, you did your best, and you're still victorious. I think, you know, think more highly of yourself. You also don't need to get on a high horse about it. That's not what that's about. You know, maybe you're not really feeling confident. Yeah. About who you are and your own rights in a relationship. And what about your person? What are they supposed to learn? Yeah. Okay, collaboration. Was this person, wow, that didn't really shuffle very much. That's weird. Was this person kind of, you know, it's my way or the highway? This is allowing, you know, a third party maybe even to come in, to be able to ask for help. You know, for me, it's really, sometimes you're, you know, the authority in terms of the actual practice that you're implementing, you know, like they can't create this beautiful work of architecture without each of their experiences. You know, you've got the architect and the spirit. Is that a monk? I think he looks like a monk, right? Along with the artisan. None of them can create this without each other. It's harmonious. There's, you know, you, me, and we. What is the highest possible outcome that could happen? Highest possible outcome for this relationship as it stands right now. Highest possible outcome for this relationship as it stands right now. For Aquarius. Highest possible outcome as it stands for Aquarius. So this is 13 plus 8. What's 13 plus 8? Somebody do the math for me. Is that 21? And that would be 3. Yeah. You need like more kind of harmony. Everybody kind of working together. Both of you learning that. If you're not speaking your truth and being authentic, you're not being fair either to the other person, because they don't know what you want and need. They don't know what your boundaries are. They don't know how to respect you, because are you respecting yourself? Ooh. Okay. No. I think the highest possible outcome for right now is to accept the sadness and disappointment, go through the sorrow, accept the truth, and you can decide if you want to get back into the fray and really work this out. This is a more difficult 5, I think, than the 5 of Wands, because it's verbal and mental. At the same time, once again, verbal and mental energy that has to kind of duke it out. Yeah, we all know that can get ugly. There is no winner or loser in this game. There just isn't. The highest possible outcome would be for the two of you to either agree to disagree, agree that it's over, have that verbal, talk it out, like what happened. Tell your own truths, but be very, not judgmental about it. Be very wise. That would elevate this card. But it might be that the highest possible outcome is that that's all that's going to happen. There's just going to be an argument. Somebody's going to feel the need to win. Somebody's going to feel, say who's the winner and who's the loser. And that's, so it's just kind of not good. And I'm sorry. Okay. So we're going to get a card from the Psychic Tarot for the Heart by John Holland. Just oracle card. Well, it's tarot, but I mean, there's a message there. What is this? The Psychic Tarot for the Heart. Okay, so it is tarot. You say tomato, I say tomato. I say tarot and tarot. I really don't know which is preferred, but I say both. Okay, so what is the message? What does Aquarius need to know, be reminded of, as they are growing through this relationship? Manifest. Okay, you keep getting that card. And third eye chakra. Okay, so Aquarius, you have everything that you need if you move through and use all the elements and focus and concentrate on speak. Speak. In the beginning, there was the word. That was it. Abracadabra. You can speak what you want, but you got to speak up. And you have to act. And you also have to be able to be receptive. All of it in balance. Okay? you can create whatever it is that you want for yourself. But you have to recognize that you're capable of doing that. I'm not sure that you recognize that yet. I have to read this, sorry. Act, create, focus, magic, clarity, intent. This is a time of great power for you. The manifest card is here to tell you that anything is possible. You have all the tools at your disposal to create whatever you desire. You have a variety of tools that can be put to good use. The ability to love unconditionally, to support, to cherish, to listen, to understand, to forgive, to be kind, to be joyful, and even to be silly. All of these are useful tools in managing affairs of the heart. Take some time to determine what your best tools are so that you can use them to work your own unique brand of magic around relationships. There's more, but I'm going to read it all. You get the idea. And focus and set your intention. Use your third eye. Meditate on it. Think about, the highest intention. Why am I saying this is what I want? Okay. And what is the energy, wisdom, or guidance for Aquarius? To integrate as they move through or grow through this relationship. Oh, raccoon, take off the mask. Oh, and you got dolphin too. It's so cute. I love dolphin. Okay. I think you need to have fun. Be playful. Maybe you've been too serious and too scared and too reserved and pulled back, detached. But what came out was raccoon, okay? Kind of hanging out in the dark. Getting into trouble at night. Taking scraps. Man, you don't want to run up on one though, right? In the middle of the night, that's kind of coming at you. Well, let's see. Oh, book. Let's see. This is from the Animal Spirit Guidebook by Kim Kranz. The Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Guidebook. Raccoon. Oracle deck. Sorry. Been working today. Talented, shadowy, and in hiding. Raccoon energy is at play within all artists to greater or lesser degrees. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or creative tool. You have all the tools. All the tools. Where's our 3? Even though this is on the other person's side. Remember, the energies are fluid, okay? So even if I'm saying this is you over here, but you're like, no, that's actually me over here. It's okay, because it's just the energies and the dynamics of the relationship, and I'm doing a general reading, and I don't know you from anybody. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. Sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. For instance, I'm honeybeeyoutarot. I'm not using my name. It's my stage name, if you will. Other times it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I am ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego fear is resolved. When in balance, generous friend, exceptional artist. When out of balance, competitive and a starving artist. And to bring into balance, make new work. Okay, and I'm going to read Dolphin because it's really kind of a promising, happy, hopeful energy. And this is at the bottom of the deck. So let's hear from Dolphin. As you grow through, where's Dolphin? This relationship. Innately intelligent, healer, light, and blessings. The gifts of the dolphin are beyond what our human minds can grasp. Dolphin personalities are often drawn to the healing arts as they are sensitive to the subtle and enjoy working on the level of spirit. It's easy for dolphin types to underestimate the impact they make in the world. These creatures play such an important role in the wheel of karma that coming in contact with the dolphin type will change the entire course of your day and thus your life. This card can also indicate a profound blessing is on the way. When in balance, an active healer, strong spiritual practice. When out of balance, underestimates own power, and to bring into balance like-minded spirits. So even if this relationship needs to pass away, it is here to teach you something, okay? And teach you sort of how I close out my videos, which is, honey, be you. You matter, and your life matters and has purpose, and you get to decide what that is. But make no mistake about it, it does. And everything that we go through, we can grow through and level up and become more enlightened, more connected to the bigger purpose of, all of us being here. And so when we're working on ourselves and doing our own healing, we're making, we're healing the collective as well, okay? Each new relationship or each new encounter that we have is that much better because we're growing. So keep growing, okay? I know it doesn't really look like it ends well, but there's hopeful growth ahead, okay? Hopeful connections ahead. Sorry. All right. Thank you. Until next time. Bye-bye.